I am dissatisfied.
Okay, tell me more about that.
God has made me a totally dissatisfied person. I'm not satisfied.
Okay.
Means if I'm satisfied with whatever I have done or I'm doing today, this means that now onwards I have to sleep. So once that dissatisfaction is there, that dissatisfaction, that element of dissatisfaction drives me into a number of things.
There is real estate, there is consultancy, and there is education as well. Out of all of these, how does a founder stay consistent? मतलब इसमें एक founder का कैसा रहता है क्या? You have to experiment with different things, but you have to stay consistent every day. So how does that part work? How do you as a founder manage to put all of these roles up in हर एक roles, हर चीज़? One day you have to wear the hat of an educator, other day you have to wear the hat of a consultant. How does that work?
देखिए, देयर इज़ अ बैलेंस बिटवीन एजुकेशन एंड कंसल्टिंग. लकीली ये कंसल्टिंग द प्रोफेशनल सर्विसेज है एंड एजुकेशन है. तो एजुकेशन में सबसे बड़ा ये ऑब्जेक्टिव है कि हर डे टू डे बेसिस पे हमें भी एक एजुकेशन लेनी चाहिए. हम ले रहे हैं और कोई भी परफेक्ट वगैरह नहीं है. तो इसमें ये बैलेंस करना बहुत सारी चीज़ों में जाना. मैंने कोट सुना है बहुत सारे जो वर्ल्ड लीडर्स हैं कि दैट हर एक आदमी के लिए हर कोई चीज़ जानना ज़रूरी नहीं है.
ओके.
आई डोंट नीड टू नो एवरीथिंग. आई नीड टू नो समथिंग. माई कोर कॉम्पिटेंस इज इनकम टैक्स. माई कोर कॉम्पिटेंस इज क्रेडिट एंड फाइनेंस.
ओके.
ये दो चीज़ें. बट साइमल्टेनियसली आई डोंट नीड टू नो टेक्नोलॉजी. आई डोंट नीड टू नो एवरीथिंग.
ओके.
देयर आर पीपल फॉर दैट.
Okay.
The only thing is that we have to somehow stay tuned with the changing circumstances and accordingly to bring people. हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि हर किसी लेवल के लोग, हर किसी लेवल की एक्सपर्टीज इस कंपनी में लाना जो कि बाकी इस चीज़ को कैटर करेंगे. मेरा आइडिया है अंडर नो सर्कमस्टांसेस एक बंदा परफेक्ट है, एक बंदा हर कोई जान सकता है. क्वेश्चन डज नॉट राइज. द ओनली थिंग इज दैट वी नीड टू गेट क्वालिटी पीपल,
राइट,
हु आर स्मार्टर देन मी. माई एम्फेसिस इज ऑन दैट. आई एम इन टॉक्स विद सम गुड पीपल जो कि काफ़ी क्वालिफाइड हैं मेरे से ज़्यादा, हमारे से ज़्यादा एक्सपीरियंसड है, काफ़ी कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन रह चुका है उनका. वी आर इन टॉक्स विद देम टू ब्रिंग देम. मुझे ज़रूरी नहीं है कि मैं ही सारा जानूँ. नो, नॉट एट ऑल. So the only thing is that the people that I must bring, the quality people, experienced people, and much smarter than me.
ये काफ़ी फाउंडर्स बहुत लेट रियलाइज करते हैं.
नहीं, हम बेसिकली बाद लेट नहीं कर रहे हैं, बट हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि अभी हमारा टेक ऑफ स्टेज है. ऑल्दो इट इज़ टू लेट एज वेल. जैसे सपोज हमने अभी काफ़ी टाइम भी जा चुका है, बट द क्वेश्चन इज अभी मुझे लग रहा है कि दैट जहाँ तक हम हैं तो ये भी एक अच्छा स्टेज है. तो अब हम इस चीज़ को अच्छी तरह से रियलाइज कर सकते हैं, रियलाइज कर सकते हैं. बिकॉज मेरी वजह से कि आई वांटेड टू क्रिएट अ प्लेटफॉर्म फर्स्ट, देन इस प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर जो है बहुत सारे स्टेक होल्डर्स आ सकते हैं. व्हेन देयर इज समथिंग टैंजिबल, टू क्रिएट समथिंग टैंजिबल, ऑब्वियसली ये ओवरनाइट बात नहीं है, ये काफ़ी ईयर्स का ये है. तो आई फील टुडे कि जो हमने हार्ड वर्क, जो हमने एम्फेसिस अभी तक हमने इसमें दिया हुआ है, तो अभी इंशाल्लाह रंग ला रहा है. तो वी आर ट्राइंग टू ब्रिंग पीपल एंड इंशाल्लाह देखते हैं इसको आगे कहाँ तक पहुँच सकता है.
एंड आई मींट इन जनरल जो भी मतलब फाउंडर्स होते हैं, इंक्लूडिंग माई सेल्फ, ये बात काफ़ी लेट हम रियलाइज़ करते हैं. मैंने भी ये बात बहुत लेट रियलाइज़ करी कि if you want to run a successful business, you have to hire, consult or partner with the people who are smarter than you.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. See, अगर आप लोग ले रहे हैं कि जो कि आपसे ज़्यादा स्मार्टर नहीं है, आपसे कम है, then what you can expect from them? You got a point.
Right.
The only thing is that when you bring good people on board, much smarter and much qualified than you, then you can do something and expect something great. तो इतने ज़्यादा क्वालिटी ओरिएंटेड पीपल नहीं लाएंगे तो ऑब्वियसली आपसे या अपने कम से कम लाएंगे, तो देन क्या होगा? तो ये मुझे लग रहा है कि ये एक फंडा है, एक वैलिड रीज़न है. आई एम ट्राइंग टू, इस पर थोड़ा सा काम कर रहे हैं, देखते हैं इंशाल्लाह कहाँ तक हम एसोसिएट हो सकते हैं इन लोगों के साथ, अच्छे लोगों के साथ. तो वो ऑब्जेक्टिव है, मिशन है, इंशाल्लाह उसको कैटर हम कर रहे हैं.
ठीक है. सो दिस वाज वन थिंग कि हाउ डू यू बी इन मल्टीपल बिजनेसेस एट द सेम टाइम. तो इसके लिए बहुत ब्रिलियंट सोल्यूशन आपने बताया. यू हैव टू गेट पीपल हु आर स्मार्टर देन यू एंड दे विल डू द वर्क फॉर यू.
एग्जैक्टली.
एंड यू डोंट नीड टू डू एवरीथिंग, यू डोंट नीड टू नो एवरीथिंग. इसी में एक और चीज़ आता है विच मेनी ऑफ द फाउंडर्स फेसेस के हर एक दिन है ना एक कंप्लेसेंट वाली फीलिंग आती है कि ओके नाउ आई हैव डन दिस मच एंड नाउ आई एम सेटिस्फाइड विद इट. बट लाइक अगर आपको मतलब आपका मैं एग्जांपल दूं कि देयर इज आईटी, कंसल्टिंग, रियल एस्टेट, सो वन डे यू कैन बी लाइक हाँ हो गया, इतना तो कर लिया, व्हाई डू आई हैव टू गेट अप अगेन एंड गो टू ऑफिस एंड डू द ग्राइंड अगेन. यू कैन चूज टू यू नो जस्ट बी कंप्लेसेंट एंड हाँ बस हो गया, अब रिलैक्स करना है. So how do you, because you have been in this I think for so many years, you are and you are still like even today you are full of energy. So how do you stay, you know, how do you not let yourself get complacent?
देखिए, आई एम ग्रेटफुल टू ऑलमाइटी, जो मैं आपको ये बता रहा हूँ, जो मैं sometimes also I feel that I am dissatisfied.
Okay, tell me more about that.
God has made me a totally dissatisfied person. I'm not satisfied.
Okay.
Means if I'm satisfied with whatever I have done or I'm doing today, this means that now onwards I have to sleep. So once that dissatisfaction is there, that dissatisfaction, that element of dissatisfaction drives me into number of things.
Okay.
I'm not satisfied with the financial services. I'm not satisfied with the engineering consulting services.
Okay.
I'm not satisfied with this thing. So that's why there's one more vertical, which is outsourcing and technology, and there is a lot in this which is expected to come in. So what's somehow when there's a stage of dissatisfaction, a new thing comes in me that gives me a satisfaction for a few days. Then again I am dissatisfied. So I think this dissatisfaction which I feel within myself is a driving force. This dissatisfaction. This is the valid point that you asked. And honestly speaking, this dissatisfaction is the force behind this. I never want to be satisfied.
What is the source of this dissatisfaction? Because like it is easy to get satisfied with things. So like does it take training? Do you have to train your mind to be dissatisfied all the time, or how does that, क्या naturally है कि you have to train yourself to be dissatisfied?
Reason behind this dissatisfaction is zeal to work.
Okay.
Energy. Zeal to do number of things. And some sort of a pain to contribute to the society.
Okay.
Because I do remember or I feel that this society has, whatever we are today, it is given by the society, isn't it?
Okay.
This fresh oxygen is the grace from Almighty. So to some extent we need to contribute. We need to repay. This is a debt to us. I feel it as a debt.
Okay.
Debt on me. And I am grateful to Almighty. To some extent, I am somehow able to just to repay it. That's why bringing more and more products, more and more services, bringing more and more people in is some sort of a satisfaction, but simultaneously this results in some sort of an element of dissatisfaction as well. With the result, this circle goes. This circle goes. The objective is this, the contribution that I intend to do in terms of providing services, creating few jobs inside, getting some jobs created outside, bringing people, seeing them working. And today I am extremely delighted that the people who were totally ignorant about their career, about their future, and now today they are earning. They have started earning from this month, and on 7th they are receiving their first salary. That is the biggest satisfaction within that element of dissatisfaction which is there, and which I am proud of and thankful to Almighty that some sort of a dissatisfaction that is there, and which results me in working harder and harder towards my objectives.
Okay. So most of it revolves around having good people around you, having good people in your workspace. So first, you have got more people, like most of the people you have got, you trained them, you have created them yourself, you have trained them. But apart from that, how does one find good people? Because the good people can't only be about they have a good skill. The good people is about a good work ethic. They are about responsibility. They are about they should treat your work as their own. How do we find good people? So for your thing, आपने एक चीज crack कर ली है that you are creating them yourself. But for someone else, for someone like me who does not, who cannot afford to make people on their own, because I cannot, मेरे पास वो time की ये unavailability है. So how does one find good people जिनके पास skill तो हो ही हो, but apart from that they have a good work ethic, they have the responsibility, they have whatever it takes to be a perfect team member?
See, basically, in an organization we don't need all good people.
Okay.
But simultaneously, I cannot say this good and bad. I cannot say this is good and bad.
Okay.
Good in the sense that much qualified, much experienced. Bad is not a word which we are using here.
Okay.
Let me say less skilled.
Okay.
Less skilled.
Fair.
Highly skilled, highly smarter than me, and less smarter than me. So it is obvious you can find in the society. You need 5, for instance, you need 5 quality people, and even you can accommodate 100 less skilled people.
Okay.
You got a point. So that is something that how you can balance it. You don't need 100 all 100%. You don't need highly skilled and highly qualified people.
Okay.
Not at all. You need few, then put some unskilled as well, and with the passage of time that all will become good.
Okay.
So this is something that we need to balance, and we have. And secondly, we are in the society. We can't expect that the 100% of the lot is going to be good. So as a service, as our service, as a response, as our social responsibility, we have to accommodate unskilled also. Because ultimately we are not doing, earning money or doing business is not the only thing that a business has to do. There are some social services responsibilities also. There are some social responsibilities also. An organization needs to cater. So we can't think. We have to, anyway, I'm almost ready even to accommodate unskilled people as well. We can train.
Okay.
So when the objective is something different, then obviously we have to see. So I have not to think that somebody is good and somebody is bad. No, somebody is highly skilled, somebody is less skilled. So we have to see the people just boarding the organization, train them, place them, mend them according to my requirements. Even for these 20 students or out of these 15 who are here, I'm seeing them.
Okay.
And today in the morning I said one of the persons, I have to felicitate you. Because the person, when he joined on the first day, I was expecting that perhaps he cannot come to the expectations. I think he can leave tomorrow.
Okay.
But somehow he showed consistency. And I made it a point, I told him that day, that if I will not mend you, if I will not employ you, and I will not make you to my satisfactions, I cannot remain. And this is my endeavor.
Okay.
And today, honestly speaking, he did a wonderful job.
Wow.
And I committed him that he will be felicitated.
Wow.
And the person on the first day, as per his conduct, I told him that your conduct is not satisfactory, but my job is to see your conduct getting satisfactory, to see you completing your training completely. I will make it certain that I will work for that you completing your work, you completing your task, completing your training satisfactorily. Although you cannot do that, but let me make certain. And today he is working and he did the commendable job today.
Brilliant. That's a great perspective on it.
Yes.
So, do you have a role model?
Sorry?
Do you have a role model? Someone who you look up to, or famous, like some entrepreneur or anyone who you think is like an icon, a role model?
See, basically there are most of the people I admire to.
Okay.
Obviously, whom we keep on listening.
Okay.
The way there is Jack Ma.
Okay.
Even he said that he doesn't know anything.
Okay.
He doesn't know anything, and there are people around him who does. Then Elon Musk is there,
Okay.
who know that he was sleeping in his factory, and who once almost has come across so many turbulent times. So I trust Almighty. There's a lot of turbulence also. We face turbulences. But I myself give my satisfaction to myself that on taking such a bigger role, if I don't have the turbulence, then it is the situation is abnormal.
Okay.
It is a normal situation.
Right.
In a bigger role, having a turbulence associated with it is normal. We board a plane, we reached Delhi in an hour. But simultaneously, with the speed of 800 kilometers, which we have at that point in time, we're expecting turbulence.
Right.
Simultaneously, we expect turbulence, but we reach in 1 hour. In comparison to the road travel, which takes 2 days. So 1 hour and 2 days. So obviously, there's an integral element of this. The hardship, the problems is an integral part of this bigger vision.
Okay.
It's not associated with me only, it has been associated with everyone. So I believe in that. Yeah, this is.
That is great. Okay. So whenever we meet someone, some founder or an entrepreneur, we ask them about their success story. What was your success story and all of that. But what I do is that I ask for failure stories. Tell me a failure story. Sometimes like as you said, there are turbulences. There have been failures, major or minor failures. So tell me one such story which is on the top of your mind, which you will see that, okay, this was my failure story. This was the time when I thought I was failed.
See, basically, if I look at people of my age, they have done something great in terms of money,
Okay.
in terms of money making.
Okay.
And why is that I feel that somehow that I'm a failure. We didn't do much.
Okay.
But when I look at it today, by providing some sort of a contribution, I treat my failures, which I have come across since the time I started my practice in Srinagar, went Gurgaon, then here, and I feel some sort of a success in this.
Okay.
Although I have failed throughout my career, if I look at the failure in comparison to other people, but that failure has contributed a lot, contributed to what we are today. So the failure is a part of learning. It's not something I didn't treat that failure as a real failure. Then why I made it is a comparison that today I am somehow satisfied that something what we are contributing to the society, what we intend to contribute. But the question, it's all because of those failures. It's all because of that. Why that I intended, whatever I lost is, earning is whatever I face, earned or put in, I put in myself. I put in this organization. And today you are seeing this organization is going to be a career for hundreds of people. So I think the failure that I have come across, failure in terms of not posting good for last so many years, because there are so many factors associated with that. But now, every day is a new day. Every day is a new day. Every beginning is a new beginning.
Right.
So we are expecting that something great now.
Brilliant.
But failure, I'm not treating failure as a failure. No, not at all.
Okay.
Failure is some sort of a step towards success. It's not a failure that while somebody has failed and ultimately I have to be home. No.
Okay.
We trust Almighty that whatever the failures we had in our life, in our journey, since the day we started working, so that has contributed to our vision, contributed to what we are today and what we intend to do. Yes, I never look at past.
Okay.
So my total focus is on future. That is something what keeps going, and it is.
Okay. Perfect. So at the end, I wanted to know, what do you think is the future of entrepreneurship in Kashmir? Like the businesses, the young people are taking up business not as like पहले क्या होता था, people used to take up business when उनके पास और कोई चारा नहीं होता था, like they were not good in studies, so then we're like अब कुछ है ही नहीं तो अब ये कर रहे हैं. Now people are taking up entrepreneurship as a choice. They have other options, but they want to pursue entrepreneurship. So what do you think is going to be the future of entrepreneurship, especially in societies like Kashmir?
We have a lot of scope here. Because till now we have not been able to float much enterprises. But there's a lot of scope. My advice to local entrepreneurs is, and the local startups is, to excel, to work on their destinations. And we have also started one program, one course for startups, startup Karlo Start. Because we feel that a startup, he needs some sort of a guidance. A person has an idea, he wants to follow an organization, he wants to do something. Now he needs encouragement and he needs some sort of a support. Support in terms of, he needs a guidance that how he has to create that business, what steps he has to take. So we intend to support them, to guide them, to educate them. For that reason, most probably we intend in this month to have some sort of interaction with most of the startups. That's why we have written to JK Trade Promotion Organizations. And we are also in talks with those incubation centers.
Okay.
We want to have some sort of interaction with your registered startups, so that we can guide them how they can reach to their destination. It's not only the guidance. As a result of guidance, as a result of that academic session that we want to have with them.
Okay.
If they need some sort of help from us, obviously they need, in terms of structuring business, company formation, DPR preparation, getting finances, getting incentives, getting clearances, and ultimately their business and brand promotion. So all this, we have designed a complete package of services for them, which will be provided to them on a total subsidized manner, again as a contribution to the startup society. That is something what also we intend to do. And this help, this contribution, this guidance is needed to the startups. Yes. The package is named as Startup Karlo Start. Startup Karlo Start.
Okay.
वो हमने डिजाइन करा है.
Finally, I wanted to know, how do you measure a success of any project or any business? Like, what is the metric of the success? Is it just the revenue, or is there any other metric that you use to measure that, okay, this business is a success or this business is not a success? Be it on any project that you're working on, or a business in general. How do you measure the success of a business? What are the metrics that you keep in mind?
Metrics of a success, of a concern, according to me, or according to an accounting definition, is a going concern.
Okay.
The concern must be going.
Okay.
The concern must keep on going. The concern must not lose hope.
Okay.
For instance, losses, failures, successes, profits, they are part and parcel of the business. But as long as a company, as long as the concern keeps going, that is the success.
Okay.
As long as people in the organizations are there, no, it's not that the company makes profit. You know that in today's days there are valuations, company valuations, where in those valuations, how investors invest money.
Obviously.
But generally, if you look at, the companies are not making, they're not loss making.
Right.
But what the idea is, what the criteria is that they are playing with the numbers. They are generating numbers. They are going. They keep on going. Not today, it is tomorrow. So the investors are not looking that a company is loss making. No, investors are looking at the success of an organization, that the company keeps on going.
Okay.
That is something.
Tell me a little bit more about it. I was actually confused about this. Like, why does an investor put money in a company when they know that it is a loss-making company?
See, loss is today.
Okay.
It cannot be tomorrow.
Okay.
Because when we talk about a concern which is going, ultimately what is business? What is success? Success is an idea. Who makes success? Who made successes of these businesses? It is the ideology. You got my point? It is the ideology. What is the success and what is the failure? Today if a company is a loss making, and if an investor decided that I will not put money, then again it is a zero. But the idea mindset and the future technological prospects of this company, they make investors to invest, and things keep on going.
Okay.
Things keep on moving. Evaluations improve. Times never remain. Bad times never remain. Good times never remain. There are failures. There are successes. So which is part and parcel of business. It has remained that way.
So to summarize, we can say that success of a company is it's going. Is it?
Yes,
is it-
absolutely.
How long it can
Yes,
run?
as long as the company is actually progressing. As long as the company is generating numbers. So once those numbers are there, obviously there can be one point in time that wherein they can strike profit.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Perfect. On that note, thank you so much for your very valuable time.
All the best. Good luck.
This was a very insightful conversation. Thank you
Good
so
luck.
much.
Thanks.